1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh.
He's always there. He's always in the right place. It's just something about him. Like, he's got an engine, a great engine, that I sort of, the last couple of times I've watched him, I've particularly kept an eye out for him. And yes, what I suppose I've always seen, he's someone who ferrets around. He comes up all over the pitch, really. He'll often be back there in defence, sort of able to take a pass or a saving tackle, as well as being up there in attack. I would say, he wouldn't say it of many players, but I think he's a bit unique, Bernardo Silva, because he is quite physically. He's not a big guy, is he? He's very small. Now that doesn't disqualify someone from being a good footballer, but you often think someone's got to have a bit of meat about them to cope with the massive physical demands of Premier League football, not least with being kicked up in the air and all the stuff that goes with it. But he seems to scamper around, avoiding those problems. And injuries, I don't know whether he has ever been injured, but you're never aware that he's one of the players who's out injured. So yeah, Guardiola's probably right. He just doesn't get injured. Now, he does do tackles. He goes in for tackles, so he could get injured one of these days. But I just think he is a great person to have. Can't really think of the word I want, but he's obviously a good utility player. He can almost play anywhere and still come up trumps with a great performance, inspiring those around him, because he, as I say, he scampers. He's all over the pitch, being sort of a little guy, and he scampers around very, very effectively. And as I say, when I specifically watched him in recent weeks, he just is that good. He's just that effective. I mean, I'm not even sure what his age is. He can't be that old, but then he's been there for quite a long time. So if they were to sell him, I'm not sure how much he would go for, but I bet there would be a queue of clubs in the Premier League and elsewhere who would want him in their teams, because he's just got that quality of being a great player.
It is, isn't it? Now, Manchester United. Let's look at Manchester United. So, what's his name? Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United. Now, there's a start here that says Bruno Fernandes is the first player to hit double figures for assists in the Premier League this season. So it's just this season. Now, I then pulled up the stats to see what other players, whether they really justify it in saying what they're saying. So actually, Bruno Fernandes has had 10 assists, followed by Ryan Cherki of Manchester City, followed by Jack Grealish. So Ryan Cherki has 7, Jack Grealish 6, Granit Xhaka 5, Mohamed Kudus. Is that Liverpool? Oh yeah, that's Tottenham player, isn't it? Mohamed Kudus. Because I thought he played for Palace. He doesn't play for Palace, does it? Is he moved?
No.
Oh no. Okay. And then you have Mark Rogers. He's also on 5. Jan Bukaminte. I think that's Brighton. But anyway, but he then wants 400k a week. So he wants his salary to be boosted. Is he right?
In today's market, for the top players, I'd say he is right, yeah. I think Bruno Fernandes has been one of the few great success stories over the last few seasons, where Manchester United has struggled under successive managers. They've never achieved the heights of the Alex Ferguson years. But even in these last few years, when they've changed managers and so on, and the difficult times under
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
difficult times under Amorim, Fernandes has always been there. He's been the the quality, the class player. Somehow always the game revolves around him. I mean, he plays as a forward midfield player. I used to think that perhaps he'd be better playing as a more defensive holding player because he then sees the game ahead of him. But no, I think he's best placed as a forward midfield player. His vision, his football brain, is probably second to none. There was a pass at the weekend again in the win against Arsenal, where he was sort of facing his own goal, and Manchester United were coming out, and he got the ball facing his own goal. In one movement, he sort of swiveled, kicked the ball because he knew where his attacker was. And it was the most incredibly weighted pass. One touch, he didn't stop it and then pass it. He knew where he was because he's got that football brain. And I think it turned out into a goal. If it didn't, it was a close one. But it was most amazing pass, an amazing exhibition of a great player and a great football brain, having great awareness. I mean, the only other person I can think at the moment, and I'm sure there's others, but someone like Adam Walton, that's what he does. He'll get the ball at Palace and he'll know where his colleagues are, his teammates, and he'll pass it without even looking, and it goes to their... Well, that was this pass from Fernandes on Sunday.
Sunday,
and that's not exception. It's not exceptional. It's the games tend to revolve around him. Recently, he was out for a few games, wasn't he? And I think they struggled without him. But yeah, he's got that something about him which oozes quality as a footballer. So to answer the question, I think, I mean, you know, we talk about these people having Harry Kane, I think, was on £400,000 a week, maybe up. It's gone up since then because he's had so many goals and things. And it's kind of amounts we can't imagine what it must be like to earn so much money in a week. I mean, it's crazy stuff, isn't it? But in the market that's there, with Haaland, I think, on 500,000 a week, players like Fernandes, who knows his own value, I'm sure, to Manchester United, because there's been talk of he might move on at the end of the season. Well, basically, I guess he's saying, I'll stay if you pay me 400,000 a week. So of any player at Manchester United or most other clubs, I would say that is a reasonable request. And if they turn him down on that, I imagine he'll go somewhere else. And that would be a shame because after the last couple of performances under Carrick, things are looking very much better.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the